What's good YouTube? Today I'm going to show you all how to make drill beats in 2022. So without further ado, I'm going to set my tempo to 150 and pull up Omnisphere as always. Now I do have the preset figured out in mind. I'm going to be using Ethernet from Drum Vault and the preset is called Sonar. Now with drill beats you want to be really simple with the melody, right? You don't want to go crazy. So I'm just going to pull up a D chord, and this is a really simple trick if you don't have general direction in mind. So just bring down the third an octave, arpeggiate the progression, and since the next note down the scale is a G, I'm going to punch that in, duplicate the root down an octave, stretch it out, and then duplicate this. And finally, since our root is in D note, you just want to go up the scale, so it would be an E and an F. Duplicate that up an octave and you're good to go. And with that trick, this is what we have for the melody. With that out of the way, I'm going to be adding in a choir, also from Omnisphere. It's called Stab, if I remember it correctly. Yep. I'm just going to be copying the melody over there and get rid of the repeating roots and also get rid of these notes. Stretch the root out, make chords out of that. Stretch these notes out too, and then I'm going to select all the top notes and lower their velocities. Lastly, let's just add in an arpeggio. I'm going to be opening up Electra X and select Gut as Bank and this deep voice arpeggio preset. Copy the choir melody, bring that up an octave, get rid of the top notes, and let's just jazz the rhythm up a bit, right, so that it doesn't sound monotonous. So grab the fifths, shift them a bit, and this is what we have so far for the melody. Now before I move on to the drums, I'm just going to be duplicating everything so that we have an 8-bar loop to work with. And with that out of the way, moving on to the 808s, I'm just going to be copying the root notes and bring them up an octave. I already had a rhythm figured out for the 808s, so let me just punch that in quickly. Command L to stretch everything out and connect them together. And moving on to the slide notes, since my chop is at a D, I'm just going to be moving up an octave, and then let's just grab it, the third of it. Similarly with this, I just pulled up the fifth and the third, and then select all of your slide notes, zoom in all the way, and press Shift D to shorten these so that we have really short slides. And select everything, Option, and scroll up to maximize the velocities. Duplicate that for the next 4 bars, and let's just change things up a bit here. So bring that up an octave. Yeah, switch that over, and since this is an E note, I'm going to be duplicating that up an octave, and this is what we have for the 808s. Moving on to the kicks, simply just copy and paste your 808 pattern, get rid of these slide notes, Shift D to shorten your kicks, and Option K to transpose them to the C note, and delete every stuttering kick. Moving on to the snares and the hi-hat, First of all, turn on loop mode, punch in your snare, maximize the velocities if you want to, it's a personal preference. Get started with a basic drill hi-hat pattern and select your drum channels, right click the loop icon, burn them, turn off loop mode, and we're good to go. I'm going to be adding in extra snares at the end for some extra balance, and I'm also going to lower down that velocities, right? So hold on Option and click that velocity curves to reset them to the default. Moving on to the hats, first of all just press Shift D so that they are stretched out and it's easier for us to work with them. Add a note there. Select that, Option U to chop that. And while I'm at it, I'm going to be adding in some accented notes for extra balance. Chop that too and get rid of the last note. And select these notes and lower down their velocities. And then I'm just going to copy that over for the next 4 bars and switch up things at the end. My bad. Yep. So let's just copy that for the next 4 bars too, and we are pretty much done with the hat pattern and everything is layered out as well. So just select everything, add it to the mixer, and I'll be back after mixing this. With everything out of the way, add in limiter quickly, increase the gain, and then add in a maximizer of your choice. I'm using Ozone. You can also do this with a multi-band compressor. And finally, now that we have everything mixed, let's just split everything by channel and move on to arranging the beat. Command A, Command B a bunch of times. I'm going to be keeping the choir and the hats for the intro. This is going to be the basic arrangement, and now I'm just going to be chopping the video up because I don't want it to be too long for y'all, and I'll just see y'all at the end, play the beat for y'all. And if you like this tutorial, if it helped you, please consider liking and subscribing the channel. Peace.
Che locuta.